I have a message to share. The blessing is greater than the lesson. More abundance within the blessing and lessen the lesson. So the abundance experience within the blessing outweighs the cost that was experienced in the lesson. The lesson is a small sacrifice or a small cost for the abundance and wisdom in the bigger picture of the blessing, or the more in. The less in may have seemed like an L, may have seemed like a loss. However, it put you into a scenario. It put you into a position in which you were strategically placed by the divine to propel forward and do well. The lesson paved the way for the outcome. And with the cost of the lesson, you gained necessary wisdom, which was needed for this new level that you are now being propelled into. This new elevated level or stage in your life, or this level that you're walking into. And now, on this new level where the stakes are bigger and higher, you will know better and not make, I don't want to call it a mistake, but let's say this, let's put it in a positive spin. You will make wiser choices when given the opportunity, because you know, based on the choices you had made during that lesson, that you want to choose differently now. That lesson that you experienced before took place in divine timing. It took place at a time, even though it may have seemed difficult, challenging, it could have seemed hard, there could have been suffering involved, but it did not break you. You are here now, and in fact, everything was aligned for that lesson to now make you. Now, in this right time, you have the motivation, you have the opportunity, which is new, and it was cultivated from that experience before. Now, when it matters more, you will make the right choices. You will make self-loving, self-respecting, self-supporting choices. Because you experienced that L, or that lesson before. Now, you can approach things differently with that gained experience from it. So the cost of what was experienced in that lesson was actually a blessing and is going to create more abundance for you now on this next stage, this next chapter, this new level that you're in and walking into. Chosen one, it was never an L. That lesson, it was never a loss. It might seem like it might feel like it, but it was actually a win. A double win, in fact, merely disguised. Until we showed up and stepped into our God-given power. God takes perceived L's and creates win after win for his devoted, chosen earth angels. And sometimes it might even feel like we're in a hard spot, but God knows our hearts, and our spirit teams know us, and they support us in the most amazing ways. So, for example, let's give a financial example. Say, hypothetically, this is going to be different for everybody, but I'm just giving an example of something. So say that there was something financial that felt like a loss, and maybe somehow it felt like it was a choice of yours, or some action led up to what felt like a financial loss. And now you're in a place that feels hard. It's like now is the time. Now is like go time. It's like, okay, if I wouldn't have experienced that hypothetical financial loss, I would have been a little more comfy now. But this hard spot now, it's actually like a diamond. What is it like? When carbon crystallizes and the diamond is formed, it's like just a little bit of pressure where it's like you gotta crumble or you gotta make it, you know what I mean? And so maybe because of being in this position, which if that financial loss wouldn't have happened, you would have been content, but you wouldn't have felt just that little bit of pressure to go beyond content and thrive and make a choice that makes you thrive, because there would have been some kind of a cushion. I know this is very ambiguous in general, but it's just an example. So if that resonates, or if it makes any sense, it does. If not, go on and throw it out. But because of that financial loss, now there's this kind of blank slate where it's like, okay, I need to do something different. And if I wouldn't have had that loss, I probably wouldn't have been forced to have to do something different. And that thing that's different, that is a beautiful opportunity. That is a blank canvas and a blank slate where it's the potential to create your desired outcome of your heart. Like, okay, well, how do I want to achieve this new thing that I want? If that makes sense. But yeah, that was just like a very general example that I had. Is like the L puts a person in a position, and it's a divinely led position. And then what a person chooses in that position, there's an opportunity there. It's a big opportunity. And that propels them into the next level, and what the next level looks like for them. It's their choice and what they do with that position. And there's a lot of abundance, and then they're taking the wisdom learned and gained from the L before to apply in this new level, which is crucial, and it's very important, and it can set the tone and set the stage for a beautiful show, life, performance, movie, whatever, however you look at it, vision, reality. It is what you make it.